Ryan's journey to become a better speaker, he has noticed something that has stopped him from really connecting with the audience. Today, Ryan Chamomile will be speaking on intimacy and how to connect with your audience. And let's hear it for Ryan.
Thank you. On my journey to become a better public speaker and a better presenter, I've been confronted with an issue that means something that's very deeply for myself and also concerning the audience, and that is I have a fear of intimacy, and it stops me from connecting with my audience to the level that I want to. What does a fear of intimacy mean? And I would be like, hold on a minute. A fear of intimacy? That sounds very personal. It sounds like something that I would be uncomfortable speaking about, correct? Well, yes, that's the point. Let me first begin telling you what it isn't. What it isn't is, it's not something physical in my life, like having an issue with connecting with someone physical, like a relationship. It's also not physiological, something with my mind or my body or something like that, and connecting one with people in a more of a philosophical sense. What it really is, and I'll tell you, the intimacy that I have with connecting with one person to another, and then as an audience as a whole. What it is recognizing what I see in the audience individually and how I can bring something that would touch them. In order to do that, there's some things that I need to do. And I found the best definition of it. I came up with a simple wording or some sort of a catchphrase that I can remember that I thought was really good as a definition of intimacy. Intimacy is in to me see. What it means to me is you are allowing me, is that right? I'm getting mixed up again. You are allowing myself to see through myself. Yeah, that makes sense. And to see, so like for me right now, nervousness, everything, you're seeing it all, right? I'm an open book. I'm allowing myself for you to see me. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, had to get that through there. All right, how can I do it? I worked 3 things out that I can connect and be more intimate with my audience. The first one, authenticity. Being authentic with the audience. What that means to me is I'm being my true self. I am not listening to my resistance, and I'm not withholding what really is coming to mind. I'm not acting like a professional that I may not be as a public speaker. I'm being myself. The second one is vulnerability. I'm laying it out all on the table. Everything. Vulnerability means expressing my emotions and not resisting them. If it's fear, sadness, anything, I'm going to bring it out on the table so that I can connect with you in many ways. Vulnerability is misunderstood in our society. We think it's weak. We think it's something that we shouldn't attain in order to become a professional. But there's power in vulnerability. There's a lot of power. It moves the room. It connects each other in a more passionate way or an evoking way. The third one is love. Loving your audience. And there's 2 parts of this one. The first one is loving your audience at an intimate level. What does it take to love your audience? What does it take to care and have a concern for your audience? Well, I think the best way is being an offer to your audience. And I think that's even further than being a contribution. And the difference between being a contribution and being an offer is an offer is bringing value to the audience from what I say. It's something where you can walk away and have value with it, rather than just be in service. But something, hopefully, that you can go home and think about and ponder, like, well, maybe that can help me in my life. What can I do in my life that what he spoke about possibly could be true? The second part is loving myself. If I'm up here, I may have reservations, I may have fears of rejection, and all that comes from really me second-guessing myself. So I get to love myself as much as I love the audience. So the three things: authenticity, vulnerability, and love. And with those things, I am conquering my fear of intimacy. Thank you very much.